Beyond that, everybody.
Hey, and they said she mixed. Way she was talking, I don't know. She black. I can say that. Alright, what's going on with y'all boys, man? Back with another video. And in this video, this joint is titled The Making of Sinners 2025 by Stream Wars. You didn't see the movie? Fire movie. Like, fire movie. Like, genuinely, peak. Let's just get straight into it, man. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm actually excited because this movie was really, really good, and like you could possibly say movie of the year, low key. And like the scene with like all like the music and the people dancing and like the one take shot that was this shot was crazy.
2 cameras, Denver mark. Picture, bro. Picture. Here we go. Fire in the hole. Ready. In 3, 2, 1. Action.
Damn.
Rolling. Check. Check the move. Hardwood. Start the water truck.
Yo, this is fire. What?
Every day we left everything, on set, went home with nothing left to give daily, so we put everything into this. I haven't been on any set where we filmed to the actual music that was gonna be in the movie, so the fact that I knew that this is a song that's gonna go on over here in this scene, this moment. Okay, when I'm doing X, Y, and Z, this is what we're gonna be listening to and really being in the moment. I think that helped out tremendously, and I want people to feel that in their bones too.
Yeah, this is insane. That's a big ass camera. You know they said I looked up the cost for like IMAX cameras. They said they start at $500,000 for a camera. If you wonder why I looked around, I'm trying to figure out who got that money. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking for who got the money.
I've been in there trying to like feel what his friends is, just so I kind of.
Yeah. I'm
gonna go right here.
I mean, all you think you need is to be down there, bro. You can go straight now.
Like go straight here?
Yeah.
Okay. The process of kind of like going from one character to the next. Like for me, it was a lot of music and catchphrases and things of that nature. A body position or a stance,
yeah, he acted his ass off in this movie.
That I worked through to kind of
Y'all
establish
twins?
the two of them.
We cousins.
And locking into that, day after day, you start to create your own rhythm and routine. Smoke wore his trauma differently. He kind of closed up a bit. So Smoke is a man of few words. And that's what we kind of understood a lot amongst identical twins. Usually, twin brothers that, are around each other a lot, one is more dominant in certain areas than the other. If you're always with your brother and your brother usually does most of the talking, you naturally don't talk that much because, your brother's taking care of most of that. But, Smoke, had a heaviness to him. And Stack was a lot lighter. He smiled through his pain. He smiled through his trauma. He talked his way through it, so he, had a lot more things to do and say and to deflect, to not sit still and let those feelings and those traumas kind of catch up to him. So Stack was always kind of like, he's always on the move, always kind of fleeing from things.
Scene 6, take 2.
Hey, Ollie Mark.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, action.
Ain't seen nothing yet. These two gonna be playing down at the old sawmill. The one right on the riverbank, right outside Clarksdale.
Damn, look at all them fucking people. This stunt scene is choreographed by professional stunt performers. So, oh, so he like actually on fire. Oh, that's why they said, oh, okay. So like so they know how to maneuver with, got you. So he was actually on fire, okay. So it was real hot. Like, okay, that makes sense. This is crazy.
Set ready? Set. Camera set. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, action.
Damn, what? What?
I always just think it's so incredibly special when you
There
get
you
to
go,
work on
Mary.
something with a group of people that are so deeply passionate about the work that is at hand. And beyond that, everybody.
Hey, and they said she mixed. Way she was talking, I don't know. She black. I can say that.
Experience and well-being throughout, right? We were really in the thick of it together, all of us at pretty much
She
every,
might just be
every
light
moment,
skinned. I think they lying.
throughout. And I think we can all blame the bad weather that we endured for.
I don't think
sort of
she probably just light
keeping us
skinned.
there, trapping us there, and I think in ways
Nah,
it
she
really
did
served
amazing
us
too.
and brought us closer. And it was just genuinely one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. And Ryan is one of the most phenomenal storytellers of all time. And to be a part of his vision and his world is just the greatest honor. And yeah, it was something, an experience I'll never forget.
Here we go. State the fan. Rehearsing. Recording. Ready and action.
What do you like to drink? Today. Hey, Mary. Grace.
Wow. This actually just like gets in the. That's so fire.
And 1, and 2, and 3. Cut it.
These characters are larger than life, but also if a big sell of
Wow.
this movie
Look
is,
at the
you know,
make.
we're gonna show
Dang.
a generation of Americans that are often overlooked. People feel uncomfortable talking about. People don't want to spend time with. But to me, these people from this era are giants. You know what I mean? Like they towering figures. Musicians aside, just the people that endured, you know, that time to help us get to where we are now. So I was like, oh, it has to be shot in the most.
Damn, what the fuck
format.
is
That's
that?
such a cinematic statement. When we got into it, man, we realized that.
Oh wait, is that like a? Okay, is that like a lens thing so he can see his like what his like focal like thing is? I forgot like the word for it, but like is that for him to like test out how it would look if you was to look at it in that like from that distance, I guess you could say, like the distance from the camera and like the
of a lot of things that put us in rare.
that's fucking insane. And I know that bitch probably like $2,000 just for like the base part, and then like all the extra lenses that you can put on top, probably like another 500.
And it's really because like nobody's really made a movie with a cast like this, you know, in a location like this with this format, you know. And Autumn and Hannah and Ruth, they have very specific ways of attacking their craft. It's just made for something extremely massive in scale, but also extremely bespoke and unique, which is, you know, what I'm all about as a
Yeah, he
maker of
did
things
an
outside the
amazing job
consumer.
too. All of them did. Like, this movie was fire.
All right, flames coming up, folks. Watch your back.
Him and Jordan Peele, I think, are my favorite directors. Have they ever like worked on one movie together? I gotta find out. Yeah, this set look crazy as shit right now. He got people dressed up from all different cultures and generations and
Yes.
What?
I'm just sweating. That's all I'm doing.
that's so cool.
Where'd you go?
I've been singing, you know, since I was a kid, and when I turned 16, I got a call to sing background for her. And you know, we opened up for Coldplay. We were on tour for the last 3 years.
Fire.
And coming off a tour, I had picked up the guitar, you know, just randomly just started messing around with it. Little did I know that this opportunity would be right around the corner.
That's how God worked. Ain't that crazy?
I started practicing, you know, once I got the call, and I just started, you know, going every day practicing. It was definitely a challenge, but I had some help by this guy. His name is Randy Bolin. He's a great guitarist, and you know, we went to the studio every day. He taught me like the fundamentals of, you know, the guitar, and taught me how to use the slide and everything like that. And so I'm just proud of what I was able to accomplish in that short amount of time.
A real challenge of like stamina and keeping the momentum up, but you're shooting these scenes.
Well, genuinely, what's up with the UK actors, man? For real. You got her, Saint, like, if you're Damson Idris, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Saint, Franklin Saint. Like, what are they, what's going on? Genuinely. Why can they just act so, not in a bad way. I'm just saying, you know, it's just like, it's all they just like fire.
You know, and
they get the accents down, like,
you want to make sure that you come into
perfectly
each scene with the exact right energy of from what happened before and where you're going. And it was quite difficult.
Dang, her regular voice sounds fire though, I can't lie.
To really pitch it, like, exactly. And sometimes we're not shooting in order, right? So I feel like those scenes were, you know, I think we just really tried to lock in and just be like,
you know what I find funny about all these clips? Every time you see Ryan, he always in like a random, like, weird, he always got some crazy shit going on, which I think is so like good to see, because you can tell how much work he's putting in. Like, you just see, like, another scene, you know, it was just like, like the joint with the lens, like you sit there, it's just like a clip of him with like a 40,000 inch just like scope, just like looking through. It's like, yo, he got so much going on.
Scene, play our motivation, play our obstacles, play our wants and needs, because that's all we can really do, because you also don't know how it's going to change in the edit too, you know. But it was being in that space with those people, again, I keep saying magical, because it really was. Like, we formed these bonds and it was like family. And every day, like, you know, as the Duke, you know, when it just being in that Duke joint, like every day it was like family, it was joy, it was puzzle solving, it was games, it was everything. Like, it was community.
3, 2, 1. Everybody say grilled cheese. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Thank you.
The first thing I said to Ryan in our meeting on Zoom, having read the script for the first time, I asked him, who's the audience? And he just says, I want everybody to go and see this. I mean, obviously, there's You know, there is a limit to that, but he says everybody, and I feel like I know what he means now. You know, the youngsters can go and watch this film and discover stuff about a genre of music that perhaps didn't know too well. Your older ones can go and see this wonderful depiction on how blues music was formed and how people congregated. And I really do think it's across the board. I think the audience for this potentially could be very vast. That's one thing he said to me on the initial meeting, and now I know what he means.
Fire. This is feat. Is that the end? Okay, yeah. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, man. Make sure to subscribe and like and everything. Check out this video right here, wherever it is on screen. See you guys in the next one, and peace.